Hey guys, what's up? It's Sean, Autotopia LA. We're back with my friend Paul from Old Anvil Speedshop. We're up at Dave's house. From what I can tell, Dave is approving of a Chevy, even though Dave is pretty much Ford only.
Second one. That thing leaks chicken. Look at that.
When Kyle originally told me the C1, and I remember having seen this at the shop, and my first thought was, it's a C1, it's not my favorite gen of Corvette, you know, personally. But then he said, it's got an LT4 in it. And it's a pretty built car. You didn't do ground up on this car.
No, we actually, when I started the shop 6 years ago, kind of took over Fast Eddie's building.
Right.
So he had started this car, had the Art Morrison chassis, he had done the fiberglass work on the rear tubs, and had done some of the front sheet metal inside on the engine compartment. That's kind of where it left off. And as he was trying to leave to go to Idaho, I talked to the owner, and he was very interested in me finishing it. I think it had sat for a really long time. It was pretty rough. He didn't really have too much of a plan until we got a hold of it, and then I think it became much more elegant than what he had originally anticipated.
Because it is an elegant car. What is this color that's on here?
This is a Mercedes color, and it's got, I'm not sure what it's called. I mean, it's blue and purple and pink, and it's got all this pearl in it. It just really works on this car.
The color on this thing's beautiful. What year is this?
This is a 61. So this actually has like a Stingray rear and then has the dual headlight C1 front. But it's got a lot of neat little cues to it, like in the grille and all the badging. They're all rectangles. So it's very like early 60s kind of aerospace look to it. So we tried to carry that theme out throughout the car and some of the different things.
Didn't you say this car got crashed, right? So
yeah, unfortunately.
So there's been a mass amount of rebuild to this thing.
Yeah, the engine and transmission combination is right out of a 2018 Z06 Corvette. It's LT4, 8-speed automatic. It likes to shift a lot with that 8-speed. And I think he was coming out of a turn and it just shifted. I don't know whether downshifted a couple of gears or what, but he said it kind of revved up and spun him out. It went through some bushes and hit a pole with the front. So we have completely put a new front end back on it. Went through all that again, and I mean, the bumpers are all hand fit. We had them coppered up, hand filed them.
So these are full handmade bumpers then? This isn't?
Not really handmade. We took really good originals that we hand picked. All the surrounding on them, I mean, nobody makes them. We have to find factory, and they're kind of a pot metal.
Can we pop the hood and see the?
Yeah, definitely.
I love the LT4s are just, man, they're just cool.
We've changed this one up a little bit. We took and shaved off where it had all the LT4 badging and all on it, and it was ribbed similar to this over here. So we took and machined all that off.
I also love how you gave it a valve cover look and put your coils over here on the firewall.
Yeah, this is a Moroso valve cover, and we shaved those off and then added the Corvette emblem from the side of the car. Yeah, we made all our coil packs.
You made all that? Yeah.
We made all our tanks, all the air intake tube.
Yeah, it's really, really, really clean, man. I feel like we should be shooting a horse now for sure. And so you had to do all the metal work inside here, is all you guys?
Yeah, this is all, they're all aluminum panels on the inside, because normally they would have been fiberglass and they kind of wrap around, but we've got tons of plumbing and electrical hidden in behind all those panels.
Gotcha.
Because it does have AC, and we've added so much to it with the intercooler. That's the intercooler tank for the intercooler, which is the pumps down here in the front. And then we have our coolant overflow reservoir and our power steering pump, which works for the Hydro Boost as well. So we have two individual return lines.
Man, you guys are to the point where you make almost everything in-house and do everything in-house. Like, I know this is a Morrison chassis that you had to severely like straighten back out after.
Yeah, we actually welded it to a frame table and then pulled the front and get it straightened back down. It was pretty strong. I want to show you something about Corvette hoods. When you shut one, never press on them, just drop them.
Really?
That's how you shut them.
The stance is so good, right?
We've actually detuned it a little bit. We took it to the tuner on Friday, and he said we could have got more power, but it's more than enough. The stock, these motors are making 650 at the crank.
Yeah.
So we got it up to 400 at the tire, and that's plenty.
It's the 8-speed that goes with this engine, right? It is the Z06 Corvette setup.
Yeah.
But you said you don't have the ability to manually shift it.
No, it does. Actually, we have the shifter I put in it. We can take it sideways and do
you can?
Tiptronic.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yep.
But you said it's pretty sketchy. If you're in it, even the 400 at the tire, it'll come loose on you.
Yeah, car's so light.
And you said it's a boosted brake. What's it? Oh, Willwoods.
Yeah, it's got 14-inch Willwoods all the way around, 18-inch wheel up front, and a 19 in the rear. These are Budniks. And then we did a tungsten, has the tungsten color to it. One thing I did on this car, it looks a lot better because these cars have such a big wheel well in the front. I've seen so many and they just put too small of a tire. The actual diameter of the wheel gets too small. So I went to a 45 series tire on the front.
Oh,
and
nice.
that kind of helps fill it up. Even with the 18, it still needed to be bigger. Morrison must have done their homework on geometry because we still don't rub, even with this big tire.
Yeah.
And it's got a mini tub in the rear, so they're a little wider. It's a 285 40 19.
That's funny. It looks meaty on there. Like that's not a massive
such a
tire.
little car.
Yeah, yeah. Is it you guys, your exhaust on this thing? Because it sounds.
It's got MagnaFlow mufflers, and I think they're chopped off on one corner, but it's got 2.5-inch stainless exhaust out the back.
It definitely makes some noise. Paint's in-house, you guys?
No, actually, Mark Mahood painted this one. He did it the first time and the second, so the whole car's just been repainted again.
It really is beautiful.
I love the tops on this car. This is, of course, the original hard top, so it removes. It's got 2 bolts here in the back, and then there's little clips up like a convertible would be.
Oh, yeah.
And you unclip those, and you can take the whole roof off.
So just those bolts on each side, and then the whole thing comes off?
Yeah, I mean, one person can just about grab a hold of it.
Really?
The back glass is actually plexiglass. As you can see,
really?
it's got some fine scratches in it because that's the original plexiglass.
Wow. And
Elegance Auto Interior did the
okay.
Mark Lopez. He did all the interior in this.
Yep, I know those guys. This is pretty.
I love it. It's already starting to get a little bit of wear and starting to the
Yeah.
leather's coming out. It's not the easiest to get in, but once you're in there, it's a cockpit.
It's really not bad at all, but I know, like, I've sat in these with the original wheel that's like,
Oh yeah, they're huge.
it's awful.
Shannon
Boy, not
from-
the one to knock anyone, but I'm so bummed this isn't a manual.
Ah.
This would be such a cool car to be rowing gears on,
Oh,
man.
yes.
Right?
Shannon at Redline Gauges did the gauges, so those are all have new guts in them, basically.
So it's still the original gauge itself,
It's all
but
original gauge
rebuilt.
and he put all new stuff in it.
God,
It's got
that's-
Restomod Air AC. We picked that particular dial. It's there in the middle in the console.
Yeah.
It just fits that theme of the car with the.
And this is
aircraft.
this is your air controller, your fan speed and vent
You,
and all.
you touch it and then turn it, and that changes the. And you touch it again, and it changes through the different modes.
Very cool, man. I can't wait to go for a ride in it. Especially once you get in, you don't want to have to get out because it's a bitch. Well, hell, let's camera it up and go for a drive. Yeah.
I went to Disneyland the other day. Did not get on a single ride.
Really?
Yeah. Well, when you drive cars like this, why would you go to Disneyland to get on a ride?
That's pretty funny. Car sounds bitchin'.
Oh yeah.
It sounds really
It's
good.
something about Corvettes and the fiberglass. They have that rumble. I like the deep rumble, and that's what Corvettes and even Cobras do too. With the aluminum, it kind of muffles it. But you'll hear some popping in, like a modern car from this thing.
Will you? Yeah, this thing's just elegant. It's like, I get that there's a lot there, which we'll wait for you to drive to discover a portion of that, but you know what I mean? It's very beautiful. Like, this is a date night car.
Yeah. And we're in the perfect location for it too.
I mean, really. Boy, you sure hear the whine of that supercharger.
Oh yeah. A little bit of whine from the power steering pump too. I think we're gonna have to change that one out.
The steering feels real nice on it, though. You know, it's. I mean, obviously we're barely moving yet, but it just feels real nice.
Oh, it's tight.
It's not. Yeah, exactly. It's not overly power
That's a
steering.
Detroit speed rack.
Is that what it is? Yeah. You can feel that this. I mean, every little bump, you feel it.
Oh yeah.
It's a stiff little one. That didn't sound right at all. How are you with clearances, like for a dip like this? Do you go sideways through it?
Not in this car.
No, this thing's good, huh?
Yeah.
I can
That's
tell.
what I love about the feel of a Corvette, is because you got so much nose out front.
Yeah.
I mean, the motor is literally behind the center of the wheels in front.
Oh, it does really go quickly through the gears,
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
it? Yeah.
It's just so lightweight. It's just bam, bam, bam.
If you're on it, does it hold gears longer, or is it still blasted through them
Oh
pretty
no,
quickly?
it still blasts through them quick.
It does.
Yeah.
Int-
And honestly, I haven't driven this car enough where it's, you know how to predict it.
Yeah. So you're not real familiar.
You have to drive this thing 1,000 miles before you really have that feeling.
Yeah. I get it. That, it's funny. I said it before that when we were, sitting in the car for the first time learning about it, and it was like, oh man, I wish this car was manual. But the truth is, the way you sit in here, I think a manual would be, I think with your legs here, I think it'd be a little uncomfortable to be honest.
Yeah, these are a little tighter. I had a 64, probably my favorite car ever.
Really?
And they're a little bit longer. Your legs literally lay out flat. Where this one's, your knees are bent some.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a tighter driving position. It's not bad though at all. I mean, I'm actually, gotta admit, pretty comfortable in here.
It really feels like you're just pointing the car.
Yeah. See how soft I was waiting for it because you warned me about how unpredictable it is.
Yeah.
I felt the first shift down, and then I just barely touched and got a little more. It's like, yep, let's hold up.
This car's so much different than what I'm used to seeing on your channel. It's elegant, but yet a sports car. It's racy. It's like an old Ferrari. And now this one has all the modern upgrades, but still has all the charm of 1961.
I gotta tell you, dude, I love that you guys rebuilt the original gauges so that they work properly and you can count on them, but how easy would it be to go to whomever it is, Dakota Digital or any of the other brands available? Shannon's a badass, huh?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does some really nice work. And they're all working.
See how scared I am to hit the accelerator? Look, like always, I'm always chill with other people's cars, but gotta be honest, dude, you telling me what happened to the owner, and the owner's a guy that knows how to drive a car, for him to spin it out and obviously do a bunch of damage because he wasn't expecting it to shift the way it did, I'm not gonna do that. A rare one for you guys at this point in your career, right? Because you're always the one. You guys are building your own chassis now.
Yeah, this is one of the only ones we have. This and the Charger, I think, are two of the only two that we didn't design. But I would take this one all day long.
Yeah. And I know you didn't even fully nail it.
No.
But like instantly, you see my hand go like, all right, I need to grab hold of something here.
That's what that bar's for.
Oh, that's right, we got the old ship bar right here. Now I'm good to go. wheels attached, right? It's just rubbing a little bit.
Yeah, the bell, and it makes it really loud because it's a bell.
Yeah, yeah, it does make it loud. Him again because the drone's up. He'll get this close in shot.
This is what I love about it.
Feeling it turn. Yeah.
Isn't that fun?
Damn, dude, this car gets it. I mean, I feel it really coming on. Confident about it here, cool. If not, we can easily go up to that other. Never mind.
We're good.
I'll take that as a yeah, you're good to go.
My old bed, I used to sling it around and stuff like this. Can you go with it? It feels good. It's so good to sling it around.
That, my friends, is simply a beautiful, elegant, stunning car. Not a big C1 guy, and I gotta take that back now because this car I just think is beautiful and it's sold me. And the driving position. I just love what the guys at Old Anvil Speedshop do. I think they're really a shop to keep your eye on. So as always, a big thanks for hanging and watching what we do here. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. All right, man, later.